Selenium IDE. Selenium IDE is a Firefox plugin, and it can be used for record and playback testing, using record and playback. So if you need to install it in your Firefox, so for that you can go to Google and type download Selenium IDE. Here we are using Yahoo, but you can go to Google and also type download Selenium IDE, and the link which comes here on there will be, the first one will be for the seleniumhq.org. Here, if you scroll down, you will see a section for Selenium IDE, and it will give you the link addons.mozilla.org, and there you can click on add to Firefox, and it will add that plugin. Since I already have installed it, so you can verify. Once it's installed, you'll be able to launch it by going into Tools and Selenium IDE. So when you start Selenium IDE, by default, when you hover over this record button, it says that it's recording now. What it means is that when you click anything on the web page in the browser, it will start recording that step which you're doing. Now another thing which you need to do before we start, if we want to use the code which is created after the recording, you want to make sure that you turn on those record, so that the code is recorded. You make sure that enable experimental feature option is selected. So you put a check mark there and press OK. Now you're ready for recording. So let's start the testing on our application to stop recording. So we want to capture the code generated by Selenium IDE also. So for that purpose, make sure that you enable that feature. So click on option menu, then option selection, and then make sure that enable experimental feature is selected. There's a check mark there. Press OK, and once you start Selenium IDE, if you see hover over this red button, it says click to record. So by default, because I had already kind of stopped recording, so that's why it was in that mode. But by default, when you launch first time, it will show that it's now recording. So what it means is that anything you will click on your web application, that will be recorded. So let's start the recording. So here is this travel website. So we are just going to automate that using Selenium IDE. So here from the drop down, we will select state, say Florida, and click on select and go. So if you see in Selenium IDE, it start recording those steps. It open that website, then it select the state, and then click and wait. Then in this drop down here, we will select the airport we want to go, Orlando. Let's say, and our drop off city would be Disney World, and the type of vehicle we want to reserve is stretch limousine for 6 people, and we click on submit. Now we reached a page where it shows how much is the cost of that trip. Now we want to validate that we have reached the correct page, so we want to compare this rate which is showing with the actual rate which should be there. So we will capture this and in a variable. So for that purpose, Selenium IDE allows you to do that. So you select that rate right click on it, and here you choose this store text ID, and we'll call this variable rate quote. So that's saved as a variable. Now if that's all if we want to do at this point, so we can stop recording. So you click on that stop button. So it had stopped recording. Now this recording has been done. So now suppose if we want to play this back, so currently there is only a single test, so we can click on this play single current test case only. But if there were several test cases, then you have to click on this play entire suite. So let's say we go to a different page, google.com, and now we want to run those tests we recorded. So we'll just click on this play current test case. So it went to that state, it chooses those options, and it was very fast, so it completed the testing.